development of Mad Woman's Game, but I didn't really know what it was like gonna be about yet, just kind of like the idea of it. And I remember being interviewed, and there was this, many other young women on this interview, and there were some, nasty comments from adult men. And at the time, I was like 15. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like, you're saying all these things to women or young girls. There's obviously like something here. And so throughout the process, I was like, I don't want to make something negative. I want to make something that's positive, highlighting women and telling their stories. As a Chicana, as someone who's grown up, looking for role models, my biggest thing was to make a movie that has role models and has role models that young women can look up to and young chess players. And so that's kind of like the origin of it, like wanting to tell this different side of chess, that it's not just like this academic, playful, like not like competitive, just like the life of chess and that like this community of chess players. And then through the USCF, I met Carla. She was doing a talk to us about her movie, Critical Thinking. And I was just like, this amazing Latina who's, in this industry, who's been in this industry for like so long, I wanted to learn from her. So I reached out to her and I was like, do you want to work on another chess movie? And it worked out. And yeah, I can let her take it from there, but yeah.
I mean, that's amazing, number one. How did you get started? How old were you when you started that idea of starting that one?
I was 15.
Amazing. And then you had the real guts to reach out to an established producer,
Yes.
which is Carla. And Carla, what was it about Bianca that drew you to be a part of this?
Well, first of all, she was only 15, and she reached out to me on LinkedIn, which I thought was, incredible to begin with, not Instagram or whatever. And her message was from like an old soul, definitely an old soul. And I had just finished a chess movie, and I was like, yes, I would love to do another chess movie. However, she did not tell me that Keanu was involved at all. And then when I said yes, I found out, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
He doesn't produce.
I was very happy.
He's an actor.
Yeah. I was very happy because I knew that he loves playing, and he's very generous with his time. So that's how it started. So I reached out to Bianca, and it never lost the motion. It just kept going from there.
So, just from that alone, so you reached out to Carla. Then, what was, again, the gumption and the ability to go, you know what, screw it, I'm going to see who else I can get. And it happened.
So I remember talking to some people about this, like, after these comments were made, I was like, these adult men are saying that they're gonna, easily beat these women in chess and all these things. And I was like, okay, who would be somebody who a lot of people respect and is just like this badass, And my immediate thought was like, John Wick. Just like, that's just like my idea. And my dad always told me, he's like, well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Just jump and take a chance, and the worst that you're gonna get is a no. And it's better than never knowing. And so that was kind of just like that was the first step, and we just sent it out there, just hoping like it would work out. And at the time, I had just asked him to play this game of chess, which just happened. But it was just kind of just throwing out there, taking a chance, and it all kind of just like worked out. And
just not on track,
as the years went on, this little project became bigger, and the people in this project became family, and we all just became like a dream team.
That's amazing. And of course, Keanu, what was it about Bianca that made you be intrigued enough to help and support?
Yeah, the email letter I received from my manager, Meredith Rector, who passed your correspondence around, and who really championed the project as well. when I read your correspondence, I think, started involving the chess. I love the game. And my grandfather taught me how to play not so well. But he showed me how to play the pieces moved and stuff. And so, I was really struck by the vision, the ambition of the story. Going through chess, talking about life, her experience, and wanting to play. And so, read the correspondence. Then we had a Zoom. We met, and then I was like, okay, however I can help you, I'll try and help you.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I think you guys should read that email, because I'm like, how intriguing is that email from a 15-year-old that it got you to go, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So from Bianca to Keanu to Carla, then Angela was part of the production team. And so how did that happen? How did that part of the production team happen? I'm curious of Carla.
Well, I mean, I was, so Zach Zamponi, who's the director of the song, who sadly cannot be with us today, called me and told me the story in short, and for a second I had to be like, wait, what? Like, this is incredible, because it's almost so hard to believe, but then I also resonated on a very personal level with Bianca, and started describing who she was. And so then it was, part of the challenge to dive straight in and figure out how to take something that's inherently a pretty static game and bring it to life. And what are the stories and questions that we're going to answer in the process through her eyes, and meeting Bianca at this incredibly potent moment of a crossroads at which she was figuring out, like, what is next? So in a way, it was the easiest thing I had to do, which was to say yes and then work with her and Carla so closely, and Zach, to figure out, okay, how do we, bring this beyond the board?
I think real documentaries are so difficult to make, and also just put together and have a compelling story, because so many things can go wrong. You can start, it might sound interesting in the beginning, it might go south. So the fact that I can't even begin to tell you, when I first started watching this film, the first 15 to 20 minutes, I didn't know it was a documentary. Of course, I wish Zach was here, the director, who did such an incredible job with just putting together a film where it looks like a regular feature, the way it was, the angles, the way it was cut, the protagonist, the journey. It was quite amazing. Tell me about how the producing part of it came. I know some documentary filmmakers like to make an outline. How did this whole happen? Absolutely.
Well, just to go back a bit, Zach was the DP, the DP of Critical Thinking. And that movie was beautiful. And it's hard to make a chess movie, scripted chess movie, beautiful, because, how do you, how much time do you have the camera on a screen with a clock ticking, so, but he managed to do that. So when I came on to the project, I said, we have to get the best of everything on everyone. So I reached out to Ultra Boom Media, who, by the way, are sitting in the front row. But I did not know they did, and what they did not know I knew, which was never, nothing. No, but pretty much. And then I brought Zach in, obviously. So we had a little group that had, already done a chess movie, and we just had to shift it over to unscripted. But it didn't look unscripted. It didn't look like a documentary, and that's why I brought on the team that I've brought on.
I think that's what's brilliant about it, because then you just get involved with the story. After a little bit, then you realize, oh my God, it's about real people. She's going through a real thing. She wants to find this out. So creatively speaking, how does it be participating? Like everybody, creatively, it's nothing is, unless you want to write a book or paint a painting, it's a collaborative effort. How did everybody contribute to the creation?
Okay, I can jump in on like how I did. This was a 6-year journey, so there was many years where it was Carla, Zach, Angela, and I, and just even Ultra Boom being on like just Zooms talking for hours about life, about chess, about all these things. And so when it came to filming, it was just kind of this natural like teamwork and natural like, you know, I'm very vulnerable on camera, which I'd never been before. And so being with the crew and being with the team, it was just so easy to be myself and so easy to experience these things in real time because we had known each other so well that they knew how to set these environments up, and I knew how to just like feel comfortable experiencing that in real time.
I think that for me in particular, and once you watch the film, you'll understand that for me, the chess life lessons, that was the entire movie for me. Is how you can get take lessons off the chessboard and use them in life, which there are so many. There are just so many, I can go on and on. But trust me that if you study chess, there is no problem in life that you can't solve on a chessboard. I promise. And even pawn promotion, which is taking the least valuable piece on the board, which doesn't even have a numerical value, to the queen. That can happen. And that can happen in real life if you learn how to lose, if you learn how to strategize, if you learn, I could go on and on. But basically, the life lessons that were our guiding light, and we chose the girls in the film, not that had the most followers or that were, streamers or whatever. We chose the girls that went from A to Z using the life lessons they learned in chess. And that is why they're so special, and some of them are here today. So that's...
So, from the love of the game of chess, I don't know a lot about chess. If that was wrestling you guys said earlier, I would be all into it. But I didn't know anything about chess. And what I loved about the film, by the end of it, I was so intrigued to learn more. What is it about chess that you added your own experience you want to like convey into the film? And let's go down and people
I've been playing chess since I was 6. I think I said that, but I think a big part of this movie was I got to live those kind of chess analogies in like real time. Like chess is the reason I'm here today, and I learned how to use it to navigate my life. And like obviously, there's still like more questions that I want to answer, and there's things that I'm still learning. But chess was my blueprint to get here, which is what we ask women, the chess women in this. So yeah, that's kind of like what chess.
Again, I feel like the lessons for me were the most important thing. Like, becoming a queen after you're worth nothing. And that has to do maybe with being bullied in life. And then suddenly you grow up and you're the queen and you're no longer bullied. And there are so many lessons. But for me, it's losing is winning in chess. When you win, you don't learn. But when you lose, you learn. And you learn how to accept how to lose. If that makes sense. That's what I always say. That's what guides me on a daily basis. It's okay to lose. It's okay to lose. You learn.
I guess, what's the question? Lessons for chess? No. I mean, I learned when I was a kid, but I didn't play that often.
Kids now, let me not talk about. So So, I mean, what is it about the game that you wanted to, I mean, obviously the game attracted you to film. What is it about the game in your life that you wanted to convey? You wanted to make sure that the film kind of conveyed that.
It has so many, we're speaking about the lessons of it, the opening, the middle game, the end game, sacrifices, development, tempo. It holds a mirror up to your own character. I don't want to lose any pieces, so then I'll play a close game. I'll make a sacrifice, and it kind of shows your own character, and it's there in front of you. And it's interesting. It's like it has so much mystery and so much things to develop, and it's right in front of you. It's like right there. It's all right there. It's just right there. And in a way, life is that too, right? You have to learn we're all right here, and we're all a mystery, and we all are not. We all make moves, we all make decisions. Who are we? Who are we together? Who are we with the board? And because you learn about each other when you play too, and it's not always comfortable. But, as you were saying, that's okay too. Carry on. Let's put it on again.
Well, I feel like the embarrassment of the group because I did not play chess until I started making this film. Like, I will totally call myself as a chess player. Like, I didn't even know how many pieces, what they were called. So the mortification of my life became when my first chess game was against our chess consultant, Bruce Pandolfini, who was also the consultant on Queen's Gambit. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I have it. With the chess hustlers watching. So I started at a low. But I think what spoke to me is what always does when you make documentaries are the reason why people gravitate to something like this. And I think there's the shared love of play. I think there's also the kind of human need to escape. I think we are often in a world surrounded by machines, and I like the fact that two people choose to sit at a board across from each other and make this choice to be imperfect and to lose and to win and to also want to come back to your opponent. And so, Carla Berkowitz was my gateway drug into understanding chess a little bit more. She taught me about pawn promotion. And then I got to meet these incredible women, like Daniela Villapara, who's here with us tonight, who you'll see in the film, we're at this full-scale combat melee at the largest Renaissance festival in the country with this incredible lady knight who was such a badass as well. And you're just seeing, the world through this game and realizing it's so much more than that. And I think Bianca's journey just at the end of the day, it was like the biggest and most unbelievable thing to witness is because it's something that's within all of us, like what is our next move? So I can't say that I safely still know much about chess, but I know that I love people who like chess. Or at least
I think a good movie, like if you see like Goodfellas, right? You see all these people making food. I don't know how to intro. We have so many films today about musicians and about all these, and the same thing. I have very little interest in chess. I know it's awesome. I know it's hard. But after watching the film and just seeing it, just having these conversations and talking about it in this passionate way, like it doesn't matter, like, no matter how old you are. You have to get up and learn. I'm dying to learn more about it and more about this life. Okay, so let's make this easy on everybody. One last thing. So, if y'all can describe your experiences on the film with one word, yeah, I said one word. With one word, what would that be?
Perseverance.
Stop thinking about it.
I mean, you're lucky you can say one word. You can see this man. You can see.
I think that if I had to narrow it down, it would be humility and how to lose and how to win in a way that doesn't, you don't show off and you don't, destroy yourself. Humility and how to win and how to lose.
Bianca. Yeah, that family, her journey, her connection, her passion, her questioning, allowing people to be answering questions, mentoring, right? And from this force that was like mothering and searching. So anyway,
I think for me it would be home, because I had the privilege of being in all of these different homes of chess players, which is like, in the case of New York City, I think of Imad, who runs one of the last chess shops in New York, who's the son of Palestinian refugees. I think of Rusa, who's in the film, who fled Belarus. I think of Maddie Weber, who's here with us tonight, chess player. Who was with all of the chess wrestlers. And then I think of Bianca going back to her ancestral home for the first time, and how much her family sacrificed to also come to the States. And I think that, like, home is what makes it so much more than just a game. It's also where you can find yourself in the process of it all.
I mean, that's amazing. And if you guys saw this year's football, soccer, the soccer games, and the Mexican players go the same as the Mexicans were going, and because we are very humble people, we would never think we're going to win. So the same was what? ECC. So ECC means what if yes. This is the perfect example of yes. So before we all go, there's one last thing that we have to do, because all of you guys are from out of town. People are touring, people are coming in, all that. So we would like to give you all something. If you turn around, you'll see what it is.
you, Chicano Hollywood Film Festival.